All right, so hopefully this will help you with today's assignment. It is, again, more review. We've got some characteristics. We've got some converting between forms. If you still need help with converting between forms, make sure you go back and watch the video from March 12th. There's one on there that shows a couple of examples. And there's also all the keys from the homework from when we did those days. So you can try yourself and double check with the answer keys to make sure you've got this right. All right, so we want to do some graphing, name some characteristics. So we're currently in standard form. We're going to have to convert to vertex form. When you're going to do that, you need to know what A is, what the X value of the vertex is, and what the Y value of the vertex is. So to find the X value of the vertex, remember it's negative B over 2A. B is negative 10. So that becomes positive 10 over 2 times 1 for A. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So the X value of our vertex is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down here because I'm going to use that in a minute. And we can plug 5 into our equations. We can also, let's go in and let's just put this equation in. We got x squared minus 10x plus 16. And when I go look at my table of values, where x is 5, I'm going to scroll down here, where x is 5, y is negative 9. And when you look at the table of values, you see the symmetrical quadratic pattern coming out from there. So if my x value of my vertex is 5, my y value is negative 9. So I go 5 to negative 9, and I'm going to graph that. Okay, so that tells me a couple things right off. Let's see, it will tell me my axis of symmetry. That's way down here on the bottom. Remember, your axis of symmetry is the imaginary vertical line that is cutting our parabola exactly in half. So I'm going to draw it in here. And it goes right through the vertex every time. And because it's a vertical line, it's named x equals whatever the x value of the vertex is. So we know our axis of symmetry, so that's good. Using our table, I'm going to go ahead and fill out the rest of, get some more points. So we have if x is 5, that's our vertex right now. If x is 4, y is negative 8. So I go 4, negative 8. I can count, if I look, I can see if it's 6, it's negative 8, but I can use symmetry too. This point is 1 point to the left of the axis of symmetry, so this guy is going to be 1 point to the right. If x is 3, y is negative 5. That's 2 away from the axis of symmetry, so I'll go 2 away on the other side. I keep going, 2, 0. That is 1, 2, 3 away, 1, 2, 3, going this way. That's really all I'm going to need because I was trying to get myself up to the x-axis so I'd be able to name my intercepts. So I'm going to draw out my graph. Okay. Now let's see what we can answer. Right now we've got zeros. Remember, zeros are your x-intercepts, and they occur at 2, 0, and again at 5, 6, 7, 8, 0. So we have our x-intercepts. Our y-intercept, I haven't graphed to it. I didn't go far enough. But if we look again at our table of values, when I go up here where x is 0, I see that my y is 16. And when I look at my standard form equation, that is in standard form, that is your c value, is your y-intercept. So the y-intercept is going to occur at 0, 16. Our domain and range. The domain, these are not real world graphs, so we have them going on forever and ever, left to right. So we write that negative infinity to positive infinity. And then our range, remember, is all the y values in the graph. You start at the bottom of the graph. The first time we hit a y value is right there where y is negative 9. From that point, the graph never stops going up. So it's going to go on into positive infinity. We're going to be equal to the negative 9, but you cannot be equal to infinity. So we're going to use the bracket on the left and the parenthesis on the right. The one last thing we have left to do is write this into vertex form. Our a value in our standard form equation is 1. So my a value here is 1. My y value is -9. I got that when I looked at my calculator, or if you plugged it in. So remember, vertex form is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So we're just going to plug in. A is 1, which you don't have to write. X, that's a +5, so when it goes back in, it's -5 squared, and my y value is -9. So hopefully that helped you with today's problems. Finish out the rest of these problems, take a picture, and upload them to Canvas. Email me if you have any problems.